Alright, here we go. We're coming up on part 4, episode 1. This footage again was captured on the 7th of December 2017. The audio voiceover is being done on the 21st of December 2017. I'm trying to make a conscious effort to slow my actions down so I'm not as hyper. That way I'm not shouting into the microphone. I hope that's okay. We're continuing on in DC Universe Online. Right now I'm at the top of the police station. I'm waiting. I went and logged my other character on the PlayStation 3, and I'm trying to invite this character to this supergroup or league. One of the coolest things that DC Universe features is that the Xbox, PS3, PS4, and PC players all play on the same server. Or they play in the same world. They're technically on different servers, but they're integrated so that you can play in one world. And I think they're one of the coolest companies that has successfully done that, at least since Final Fantasy, which that was able to be played on the PS2 and PC, although I'm not sure if the servers were integrated or not in that setup. However, that's what's going on here. See, there's my invite. So you go over to the league management. You'll see here's the league. There's 48 members. Those are all, most of those are all my alts, and then some of them are my friend's alt. Because it can be ported to both computers, and technically it's two different computers. I don't have to sit around waiting for someone to invite my alts. I can just go over to my other computer, log in, and send myself an invite and invite all my alts over to the game. You see my main character there, Morticia Adams. She's one of my mains. She's a healer. She's the highest character I have. Again, if you see the CR, which is combat rating, and then PvP has a different combat rating because they use different equipment. It's a separate grind. And then level 30. You have to get to level 30 to be able to get to the harder parts of the game, the upper parts of the game, and that's, as I'm saying, that's where the game really begins for most people. That's when you start doing your serious grinding, which can take a long time. I take a long time to grind in this game because I don't play it every day. I play this mainly at night when I'm looking to wind down. And I don't play the same character every night because of the way the rotation works with all the different queues you have to go through, and different tiers you'll have to grind through. It can be a while, so what I'll do is I'll play one character one night. I'll come back on the next night, do a different character, and then play another character. Sometimes I go 2-3 weeks without playing because I might be playing another game. So DC Universe, especially like when I'm uploading, when I'm processing video files with my laptop, it ties it up for 6 and 7 hours. So I'll go over and play on the PlayStation because it's on the TV. Although I do have this game on PC and PS3, which soon will be the PS4 in about another week or two. Here's my other character, Morticia Adams. She's on the PS3 and this character's on the PC. See, they are integratable. They do exist in the same universe. Earth 1. I'd had her teleport back to her base. Once you add your character to a supergroup, when you go to your map, then you now have access to all the layers within the super base. You go up here, see base tracking. See if I click it. Those are all the bases in Metropolis that my characters have, and I can go to any one of those bases now and utilize their amenities. This is really cool if you're a new player. You get with a supergroup that has their own layer built up, not their actual league base, league hall. Um, you can use the amenities there as long as they give you access to it, and that's a really cool feature. Those are all the locations. So blue, like house icon. In Metropolis, I have some characters who live in Gotham. And what's cool with DC Universe is their street addresses in the game. The actual streets and avenues all have names. So, some of the iconic places are in the game, like No Man's Land, Big Belly Burgers, Soda Cola. So now here I'm gonna go. Here is the object of this thing is to teach you how to use your count meter, which no one ever knows how to use this. But you just use your range attack. You don't have to do any melee. If you just stand there and do your range attack, you'll pick all these guys off one at a time. Now, what happens is people that don't know what they're doing, they'll run up there and start melee attacking those guys because they don't really understand what the object of this lesson is. See this guy on the right? He doesn't know. He thinks that you're supposed to go here and just browbeat all these guys down, and that's not the object of this lesson. What this mission is teaching you to do is how to use your count meter. And so by building up your count meter, that builds up your buffs. So when you hit your powers, you maximize your superpowers. See, when your superpower meter is all charged up, you get bonuses in your attacks. And by having a high count, like when people heal or people do power drills and stuff, you'll be able to take advantage of that because your hit count will be higher. Now see, here's guys ruining my grind over here. You get that a lot in games, but people don't know what they're doing, and they're acting, they're doing stuff, but they don't understand that standing in a certain place, standing at a distance, knowing whether to attack with melee or range, might have a use. When to block, when to dodge, when to interrupt.
This is Oracle. You took out a Brainiac ship. So
you'll see that a lot as you play this game.
Staging his front line nearby. Head over there and kick some can.
See, they got all these NPC guys shooting at those so you don't get overwhelmed. And all you do by running up there is ensure that you die.
Brainiac is capturing
because
other exobyte
you'll run
targets, so
further than your offensive line, and
save those people and
you'll
take
get
them to the
overwhelmed
drop-off
by
safe
those
zone nearby.
robot dudes. And you see guys dying in that thing all the time because they're not quick enough to realize that that's not the point of that exercise. Isn't to run up there and show that you can browbeat the mobs. The object is to learn how to use your hit count meter. Here's a lot of missions you'll be doing, sort of like basketball. You go grab stuff and you have to run to this spot and turn it in. Here we're going to grab another one of these glow things. These are one of those investigations.
Lois Lane reporting
that
for
you do
Daily
throughout the
Planet
city. There's
Live.
another one on top of that
Look up in
water
the
tower
sky.
there.
Is it a bird, a plane,
I
or
didn't get
one of
it.
the new heroes and villains battling the Brainiac threat? One thing is sure, even with the conflict between Superman and Lex Luthor, or Wonder Woman and Circe, the only enemy they all have in common is Brainiac. Stay
It's,
tuned for more as the battle against this alien invader plays out.
those little things are teaching you about DC lore and DC universe lore, and it's kind of cool. As I said before, this game is kind of a hybrid of a lot of different DC products, mainly Super Friends, Justice League, a lot of comic. I think they're a little lighter in story than most of the comic books. Um, they're a little bit more serious than, like, if you had watched the first season of Justice League. Personally, I liked the first season of Justice League. I didn't really like the second season of Justice League because I felt the first season was awesome, and then the second season they try to make it all hip and too much street cred in it. That's what I call it. I don't know what the actual term is, but it wasn't really all that good. I think they need to stop doing that. They made the story all gimmicky and tried to appeal to too many people, and I think in the first reason why the first season was so successful was because each of the main characters are there, and they all represent different aspects of the DC universe, and they're too timid to try to explore the triad of DC with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And when they put them in a team like that, what always ends up happening is they weaken Wonder Woman to make Superman look stronger, and then Batman solves all the crimes, which is silly. And that's because the people writing Justice League, they don't know anything about Wonder Woman. And they know a little bit about Superman, or for some reason they always know about Batman. But none of them really know anything about Wonder Woman. And they always write her wrong in a lot of those shows. And but what is funny is they use a lot of her villains in all the shows and stuff. Like in this game, most of the villains are all Wonder Woman villains. But most people don't know that because most people don't know Wonder Woman lore. And it's sad. Like Dr. Psycho, Circe,
Finally, a signal.
Cheetah,
Get ready to move.
Solomon
Brainiac
Grundy.
is capturing other exobyte targets, so he's definitely planning to bottle the whole place. Save those people and take them to the drop-off safe zone nearby.
So Professor Poison.
Ooh, we've made him mad. He's targeting all of my comm frequencies.
Red Panzer.
Sensors indicate you have strong exobyte gifted powers. Why do you fight against me? Your gifts are gifts from me. They came from my future technology. You are a child of Brainiac.
Darkseid was a Wonder Woman foe. All the new gods are all Wonder Woman foes.
Or you will be destroyed. This planet and all it contains.
Steppenwolf is a Wonder Woman foe.
Your resistance only prolongs the inevitable.
Giganta, it's a Wonder Woman foe. Just knocking these guys out. One of my favorite things I like to do in this game is just smash people.
Status critical.
Now, believe it or not, I play faster on the PlayStation than the PC. Although I'm doing pretty good on the PC here.
Target coordinates transmitted.
See how I threw that and held him so he wouldn't be attacking me as I take out this
Subduing target.
unit there, communication array. Using the power of quantum physics to defeat my foes. I believe the correct pronunciation of that is fermion. Fermion or ion. Although in Greek it would be fermion. English people say ion, but in Greek it would be eon.
Status. Objective in sight. Subduing target. Alpha position.
As anyone who studied scholarly pursuits,
Critical damage.
Latin is just like
Ooh, we've made him mad. He's targeting all of my comm frequencies. Luckily, I know a few tricks. So get to Brainiac's ground zero.
Latin
All those
is
troops
kind
and
of
ships will start bottling any moment unless you stop him.
I want to say slang
I call
of
upon you
Greek,
as one who has been proven
ancient
in
Greek.
battle.
All those
Dr.
languages
Fate's
come
ward
from
against
Greek.
Trigon has
but-
broken. Now Trigon's demons rampage throughout the Tomorrow district. The Science Police's powers are not enough.
Latin
Defend
was
against this evil
originally
and
the
hurry.
language of the Trojans, who the Greeks wiped out, which made its way to Italy by way of Aeneid. Founded a new Troy on the banks of what became Rome.
You're my hero!
One of the things that I'm trying to hopefully achieve with making these videos and reviews is not to demonstrate
Are you
that I
Santa
know a
Claus?
lot or the smartest person in the world. The goal is to share an experience and convey my thoughts at the time to other people and hopefully present an honest sort of presentation of what DC Universe or in any games that we're reviewing on the Agamemnon Game Review. That's what we do. Our philosophy here is that we demonstrate by playing the game. And I feel that the only way to really see the game is over long periods of time with a longer formatted video versus
Nice
a
job.
15-minute
That should buy us some
snippet,
time to form a counterattack against Brainiac.
which MMORPGs, which I love, I think it requires that.
I call upon you as one who has been proven in battle. Dr. Fate's ward against Trigon has broken. Now Trigon's demons rampage throughout the Tomorrow district. The Science Police's powers are not enough. Defend against this evil, and hurry.
One thing that you should always do when you return back to the base, whether if you're on the hero side, you go
I'm
to
sure
a
I have
police
something
station.
here that can help you. Take a
If
look.
you're on the villain side, you'll go to a club. but you should always prepare to upkeep and sell your stuff off, because you have a limited amount of space in the game. Again, I'm a subscription holder of DC Universe, so I have all the options that a full subscription holder. That's why I'm legendary. I'm a legendary account. Premium account holders are in between the legendary and free to play, where the free to play only can have 2 characters. They have to spend at least $5 in the store to become a premium member, and then they can buy functionalities or cosmetic things through the store to improve their gameplay experience. Which is the way Star Wars works that way. I kind of like that aspect. Returning back out to our area. One thing that you can do if you're not paying attention is to be sucked into zone chat, or in this case shout chat, which is zone wide. I kind of do it, not to troll people, but I kind of like baffling people with wit. That's what I call it. As a psychology major and graduate with a psychology degree, a minor in anthropology, one of my classes I had to take was logics and ethics, and a lot of philosophy courses early on. And so when I see people in these games in the chat throwing out their philosophies in life, I like to test and analyze their conviction to that philosophy and educate them on certain things. I have OCD and ADHD, and one of the things of my
I work for
obsession
Madame Xanadu's magic shop in Metropolis.
accuracy.
We try to keep demon horns in stock for white magic
the
rituals,
right way
but
of
they've
doing
been pretty hard to
things,
come by.
and,
Think you can grab me some?
One of the reasons I don't like taking shortcuts is because I have anxiety attacks. I have panic attacks because I think I'll miss something important. And a long time ago, when I was a kid, something instilled in me
Trigon's evil energy is
to never
manifesting
take
in dark orbs.
shortcuts. And
Bring them to the circle of purification.
so
cast
now
by
when
the
people
science
try to
crew
rush
so
me
they can
through
be
things,
influenced.
or try to we can go do this in 1 week, I start having like panic attacks and stuff. My natural instinct is to run away from that person. I don't like doing things in a hurry. I don't like rushing through things because I feel at least from a role-playing point of view, it takes away from the game. The game is meant to be played, it's meant to be a shared experience with others, and rushing through it isn't fun at all. That's, from a game player point of view, that's not fun. This is another one of those basketball things. Now remember, it's in a zone, so anybody in this area can do it. And we have to get those things, those soap stone containers, into those little magical things to release the souls trapped in there.
You cannot stop destiny.
if you play on the villain side and do the Cersei storyline, it explains why they're collecting all those souls. It's explained on the Wonder Woman, which is the magical side, but you see it from the hero perspective. But when you see it from the villain perspective, it really clarifies things in the story for you.
Hey, it's Oracle. Season's greetings and happy holidays. Unfortunately, this is a business call. The season of giving is being twisted into the season of getting by the Orange Lantern Larfleeze and his insatiable greed. Speak with Hal in the Watchtower and he'll give you the details.
Hey, it's Superman. The Watchtower's orbital perimeter sensors detected a spacecraft entering Earth's atmosphere. It crash-landed in Smallville, and I'm concerned for the people there. Head over there and provide support for Dr. Weaver and Star Labs.
So, I like to always tell people because they use like the wrong verbs. I always say, there isn't any, it's a written form, there's no sound. Or one thing I like to do is you see people hollering at each other and they're using words like argument. And I point out that's not an argument. An argument is a statement in the form of a proposition that has a premise and a conclusion. You're just arguing or hollering at each other. That's not an argument. Now, what we're doing here is we're resetting our powers as we're getting more. It's good to sit down and read through these and put them in order. Now, because we're a controller, there's three primary abilities that we need. One that reduces defense, one that reduces their ability to heal, and I forget what the other one is. But we're still in a damage loadout, so we're looking at the top part. You need to know how the powers interact. Every power set that you have has some effect. Like on the damage side, some will have like fire or burn. Others will have dazed. And so one power creates the effect, and then while the effect is going on, you use a second power to have an even greater effect. So see, like here, this quantum has these combos. See, gravity punch, gravity charge. Whenever you use certain powers, they become gravity charged, and when gravity charged, they gravity charged enemies take additional damage. So one of the powers create the charge, the other power reacts to it, and you have to make sure your first power is the one that creates the actual charged. Now, where it doesn't say control roll there, that's you read the top part because that's the damage dealer. That aspect pertains to the damage roll, which is your basic. I'm going to use the term MOS, or an enabled term would be rate. But everyone's basic role in the game is a damage dealer until you get to level 10 and you specialize. We're almost finished a shield grind. You only got to spend 7 points in that initially. Here we are, we're coming up to the end of the episode. This is where I plan to stop. So I think I got engaged in this chat. That's what happens. I'm just killing time. So if you pay your electric bill, then you can have all the power you want. Captain America there. I need to grow a beard, thank you. Now Steve Rogers is growing a beard. I believe we're going to our lair. We went to the watchtower is what we did. This is the watchtower. I'm gonna go over to the magic. There's 3 main wings: the magic wing, the meta wing, and then the tech wing. The magic wing in the hero side is Wonder Woman, the magic people. The meta is the Superman lore, and the tech is the Batman lore. On the villain side, the magic wing is the Cersei side. Her name is actually pronounced Kirky, but English people say Cersei for some reason. But her name is Kirky, or Kirky, and which is the Greek name. But the tech side is the Joker, and meta side is Lex Luthor, is your mentor. Completed that one.
I call upon you as one who has been proven in battle.
We reached
Dr.
level
Fate's
10,
war
and when
against
I ever
Trigon
reach a
has
level
broken.
10, I always...
Now Trigon's demons rampage throughout the tomorrow
Usually
district.
I come to the
Science
watchtower,
Police's
but
powers are not enough.
they hadn't
Defend
given me
against
that
this
mission
evil
yet
and hurry.
here, which I guess one of the updates they did is they changed the order by which it comes, so I think I have to finish this side mission first to do the watchtower mission, because it hasn't shown up in my panel. So this is pretty much where we're gonna end the day. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like this playlist or any other playlists. Like the video if you want to, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy your day. Bye.